The decision to have officers wait for backup and a SWAT team as gunshots echoed inside Robb Elementary in Uvalde Tuesday was the wrong decision and possibly a dead one. Hello, I'm Steve Eager. That was the shocking confession we heard today from the director of the Texas Department of Public Safety. And that decision to wait was made by the Uvalde School District's chief of police, the on-scene commander. 21 people were killed, 19 children, 17 others were hurt. Fox 4's Sean Rabb listened in on a morning news conference that finally gave us a much more accurate but much more disturbing truth about what actually happened and what didn't. Sean.
Yeah, kind of disturbing things that were learned today. Listen, there were 19 police officers in the hallway, and they were waiting at the ready, but they could not move forward because of the command that they had been given. The command to wait for other equipment, wait for backup, wait for SWAT, a wait that cost precious time, and a wait that the DPS director emotionally said was the wrong call. The newest timeline of the tragedy at Robb Elementary begins at 11:37 a.m. A teacher propping the west side door open, likely unaware that she's about to allow evil into the school. A minute later, Salvador Ramos crashes his grandmother's truck into a culvert at the edge of school property. Two witnesses at the funeral home across the street rush to help.
They saw a man with a gun exit the passenger side with a backpack, and they immediately began running. Ramos began shooting at him.
11:30. The first 911 call comes from the school, the same teacher who propped the door open, alerting about the crash and a man with a gun. 1 minute later, Ramos is in the school parking lot and shooting at the campus. Initial reports said a school resource officer confronted the 18-year-old at the back of the school. Thursday, we learned that was not correct. And now we know the assigned resource officer was not on campus, but was in his cruiser.
But had heard the 911 call with a man with a gun, drove immediately to the area, sped to what he thought was the man with a gun, to the back of the school, what turned out to be a teacher, and not the suspect. In doing so, he drove right by the suspect, who was hunkered down behind a vehicle, where he began shooting at the school.
11:33, Ramos is inside the building. DPS showing a diagram of his movements before shooting into connected classrooms 111 and 112. A surviving student telling one network the shooter entered the room as her teacher was about to lock the door.
That he shot more than 100 rounds based on the audio evidence at that time.
11:35, 3 Uvalde City police come through the same propped open door Ramos entered. 3 other local officers and a sheriff's deputy follow them. The first 3 officers go to the closed classroom door as 2 are grazed by gunfire. Shooting continues for many minutes. 12:03, a 911 call from inside the adjoining classrooms.
She identified herself and whispered she's in room 112.
At that time, 19 officers were in the hallway outside rooms 111 and 112, but officers did not go forward.
There was plenty of officers to do whatever needed to be done, with one exception, is that the incident commander inside believed they needed more equipment and more officers to do a tactical breach.
Still more 911 calls coming from inside those classrooms.
At 12:10, she called back, and room 12 advised her multiple are dead. 12:13, again she called on the phone. Again at 12:16, she called back and said there was 8 to 9 students alive.
12:21, a child calls for help. The operator tells her stay on the line and be quiet. 3 gunshots are heard in the audio. Still, officers don't go forward. McCraw tries to explain to the media and families listening.
Again, the on-scene commander considered a barricaded subject and that there was time and there were no more children at risk. Obviously, based upon the information we have, there were children in that classroom that were at risk, and it was, in fact, still an active shooter situation.
Minutes later, the little girl pleads with 911 for help.
Approximately 12:43 and 12:47, she asked 911 to please send the police now.
Were the officers outside the doors aware of the 911 calls from within? DPS Director McCraw unable to answer that directly, but also admitting,
hey, for the benefit of hindsight, where I'm sitting now, of course it was not the right decision. It was the wrong decision, period. There's no excuse for that. But again, I wasn't there, but I'm just telling you, from what we know, we believe there should have been an entry at that as soon as you can.
12:50, the Border Patrol SWAT team arrives. They get access to the area almost 80 minutes after the shooting started. using the janitor's keys to unlock the door. 12:51, Salvador Ramos is killed. An anguished and angry McCraw saying what happened in Uvalde goes against the state's active shooter training and certification.
That doctrine requires officers, we don't care what agency you're from, you don't have to have a leader on the scene. Every officer lines up, stacks up, goes and finds where those rounds are being fired at and keeps shooting until the subject is dead, period.
But of course, we know that did not happen. We did not see or hear the Uvalde School District Chief of Police today. This case going to be a case study for law enforcement for the years to come. And this poignant footnote, Steve, there were 19 law enforcement officers in the hallway, 19 children in those two classrooms who lost their lives.
A couple questions, a little background maybe, Sean. How does the incident commander, in this case, the school district chief, become the incident commander on a scene like that?
Yeah, so this whole incident command structure is in place. Mm-hmm. It's taught universally. The commander is the highest ranking officer in a jurisdiction. So the chief was on scene at a school in his district. He became the incident commander. He could pass that off to someone at a higher rank than he, a federal agent, perhaps a state agent, but he didn't do that at this time, and they may not have been on scene.
Even the Uvalde police chief, I assume. So do we know if School District Chief Pete Arredondo knew what DPS Director McCraw just a few seconds ago referred to as doctrine, that you do not wait, you go in and engage?
I don't know for certain. I would say highly likely. It's taught nationwide. It's been taught nationwide for years. In fact, it was created right here in Texas, at Texas State, down in San Marcos. It's called ALERT, and that is the law enforcement rapid response training. Every department has it. It's universal in that sense, so that if there are officers from different agencies working together, they all know what to do and how to do it. This was a decision based on whether he thought there was still an active shooter or not inside those two classrooms.
Right. And school district police officers are likely the first to get that training as well, since they're at a school. All right, Sean, thank you.